Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be taking a look at the first set of build tools for the level builder, and you'll notice that I've got a grass tile selected at the moment. So if I start holding down the left mouse button, you'll see that I can place them down and they automatically connect to one another. If I then go ahead and scroll the mouse wheel, I can select a different tile. In this case I've selected a stone tile, and if I just go ahead and hold down the left mouse button, I can also place down those tiles. And you'll also notice that they connect to one another in a very similar way to the grass. Now there is also the bracken goo here, and if you place down this tile, you'll notice that unlike the stone and the grass, it also connects to other tiles, and so you can place down these as hazards in the level in a very similar fashion to what we do in our levels. Next up there is the slope tool, which is something that was really difficult to implement, to be honest. So if I go ahead and hit the S key here, you'll see I get a slope here on my preview thingy, and I can place that down by just clicking the left mouse button as you'd expect. But I can also use the arrow keys to increase or decrease the size or the length of the slope. So if I go ahead and place the slope here, you'll see that it automatically updates, and I can also flip it and place a slope like over here. Let's just make it a bit smaller. And there we go. And if I go back to the grass tiles here, you'll see that I can place them down like so. And let's say that I was going to place a tile right here. It wouldn't make a lot of sense for slopes to go up against a block here, so those tiles are just going to automatically turn into blocks. And so that's the basics behind placing down tiles, but there are a few tools to make this a lot easier. So first off, there is of course the eraser tool, which allows you to delete tiles again. And then you've got the rectangle tool, which allows you to place down these squares of tiles, which makes placing tiles in bulk a lot easier. Then there is the picker tool, and if I go ahead and click the stone tile, you'll see that I pick that, and if I go ahead and click the grass tile, you'll see that it changes to grass. And next up there is the line tool. So if I hit the L key, you'll see that I can place down straight lines of tiles like so. And it pretty much works the same way as the line tool in the pet maker. So if I just go ahead and place down a few tiles like so, I can go ahead and save my level, and currently that just works with a simple debug UI. So if I hit escape here, I can also toggle the grid on and off like so. I can go ahead and save this as test level, for example, and I'll just hit the save button. And if I then exit out of the game and enter play mode again, and I go ahead and press escape and I type in the test level name here and I hit load, you'll see that it automatically loads the level for me. So obviously there won't be a UI where you have to type in the name and remember the names of all your levels in the final product, but I haven't really worked on any UI yet, so currently that's just the easiest way to do it for me for debugging purposes. In the future there's going to be a menu showing you all of the levels that you have on your computer, and you'll just be able to pick them from there. So that's pretty much all of the features so far. I can also move the camera around like so, but besides that, this is pretty much all I've gotten done so far. I know it might not look like a lot, but auto tiling like this is really difficult, and one of the reasons is that these tiles are actually stored in 32 bits, which makes it a lot more space efficient than if you were to store, say, an object for each tile. Now I want to quickly give you an idea of how I store and organize all of these brushes behind the scenes. So if I go into my brushes folder here and I open up the grass folder, you'll notice that there's two brushes here. There's one for the slopes, which stores these four corners here, and also the inner corners for slopes. And then there is the carpet brush here, which stores these 9 tiles here as well as the 4 inner corners. And using this I'm able to create all of the combinations that you saw earlier in the video by slicing these into 8x8 subtiles. So each of these are 16 by 16 pixels wide, and then the algorithm slices them into 8x8 subtiles. So there's 4 of those in total, and they can then be used in certain combinations to create a full tile from subtiles essentially. So yeah, that's essentially in layman's terms how it works. There's obviously a lot more going on under the hood, but just to give you a general idea of how the tile storage works behind the scenes, I thought it'd be interesting to show you this. Anyway, that's going to do it for me for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'd love to hear what you think in the comment section down below. And until next time, take care.